are ready for football. So are they as the Packers get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. This fielded at the 2. And an alley to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it... through the end zone for a touchback.
Rock it. It's a party now. Switch. Ready.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second down, it's Lindsay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Tighten up. Hey, Orville. Get it.
Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He's checking.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him a first down yardage there. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down, Broncos.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
What's tight? Tight is right.
Hey, Alpha. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, lock it.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right, Gal. The guy has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, exit.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Shoot.
Lock going to go on 4th down. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Check 6 guys. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1.
Hey, we got 4 now. 258. Mike 35. Yeah, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
On 2nd down now, it's McCoy. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13.
34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check him. Check him. Here we go, D. All day.
Right now. You got 58.
All day.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Check 24. Check 24.
Local over here. Greystone, travel.
Now Jones. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 49, check 49.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on third and goal from the 1. Here's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play. And what to do now on fourth and goal?
Brings up fourth and goal.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on fourth and goal.
Watch the shift. Right left. Watch the whip.
They'll go with McCoy. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. LaShawn McCoy unable to get in, and the Bronco defense comes up big.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we doing to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Watch twins. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Twins.
X3. 218. Chopper. Yo. Go. Hey. High 7. Get it.
Block now on first down. Got a man that's complete to Hamilton. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Lindsey. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On third down, Lindsey. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
Well, the Broncos had 15 fourth down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. They do go for it. It's locked. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Cat 300! Cat 300! Blue draw Corker!
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
Quick the edge.
Kelly, don't left Kelly.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. LaShawn McCoy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Another run by Lindsey. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Hey, Echo.
defense.
From the gun on third down, Locke. Open man here is Hamilton. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Lindsey. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Block off a play action. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down.
35's the mic, and let's get this, get this. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Yep. Switch, switch. Mike 35, Mike 35.
On 1st down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hey, wahoo! Hard.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
The decision to go for it on 4th has worked out twice on this drive already. Here we go again on 4th down.
Hey, you got 3 down.
Hey, Sam on.
Locked to throw for it on fourth. And the pressure gets to him again. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Coming for you, son. I'm going back. I'm going back. Zoom. Over.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. McCoy, the lone man in the backfield on second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check three.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike 35. We own it. Hey, you. 35 to go.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. Hamilton, the 4th-round pick, had a very productive career at Penn State where he was teammates with Saquon Barkley. And the tandem of he and Cortland Sutton brings some solid youth to that Bronco receivers room. And now the 24-year-old Hamilton hoping to build on what was a 30-catch campaign from a season ago as a rookie. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
132 fighter. 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. A give running right, Lindsey. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. Gets it to Gordon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Lindsey. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Let's go. Hand it over. Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Locke eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Check hot route.
Again, it's Jones. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. To throw is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown the last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay with time running out as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Check safety, check safety. Joker, 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 joker.
Rodgers to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Packers.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, watch this, watch this. Watch safety. All right. Safety's creeping. Jim. I got no cement. Me. I got this. Done. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34, Mike 34. I know he ain't got it. Hey, check 24, check 24. Check 30.
Now Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Box it. Let's go one more.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. When you're trying to win a game in overtime, I don't know that there's too many more in the history of the game you want under center than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I think a lot of it's because he can beat you so many different ways. All right, he can beat you with the big shot downfield. Heck, if you need a Hail Mary, no one throws it better than Aaron Rodgers. But just when you think you've got him corralled in, when you've got pressure on him, he uses his legs to escape and create another big play, whether he's running it or extending it so a receiver gets open. I think he embraces overtime, and he embraces the spotlight that comes with it.
Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
X3, 218, chop it.
They'll go again to Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
6-6, pull it high.
They'll go with Jones. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsay. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Green Bay, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.